Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Bear Sports Network here on the SAC Live. Welcome back to the second game of our doubleheader here today. It is still the visiting Carson Newman Eagles and your Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. Should be an interesting matchup here today. The visiting Carson Newman Eagles come in at 5-7 and 2-4 in the SAC Conference. They are led by Trip Davis and E.J. Bush. Trip Davis averaging 14.8 points per game and 8.8 rebounds, along with 2.4 assists. E.J. Bush averaging 14.7 and 4 rebounds a game. And then Anderson here for the Eagles. Reese Anderson averaging 13.8 points per game and 5.5 rebounds. So they have, I believe, 4 or 5 players for this Eagles team that are in double-digit scoring. So they get a lot of points up in a hurry. And then Lenoir-Rhyne come in at 6-5, 2-4 in the SAC Conference. Just coming off a win against Coker where they tied the program record in three-point makes at 19. So they had a three-point barrage. And, I mean, it's been on the play of Cooper Fowler and Darius Simmons. Have really been bright spots for this LR team as of late. Cooper Fowler coming off another 20-point game, back-to-back 20-point games, where you see the 6'11" big man freshman just show up and play bigger than he actually is in size. He's come up in big spots, made clutch threes, able to space the floor, and has a lot of energy to him. That really provides a big spark plug to this LR team. And then, you got your bread and butter with RJ Gunn. He's been huge. Very athletic wing player, allowing, playing him and Cooper Fowler at the same time has allowed RJ Gunn not to really battle with the bigs there on the low block, really be that true three kind of stretch four player that you see here in the college game, and it's allowed him to really open up his game, get to his spot, and really play freely, and you've seen that in the last couple of games. And then Darius Simmons, I like to call him this team's motor. He is a lethal scorer there. He's been off the bench for the majority of the season, but has started the last couple of games for Lenoir-Rhyne, and he knows how to fill it up offensively. So look for him to kind of get going there from distance, and as well as kind of spacing the floor. And I think if LR can really show out here today defensively and kind of limit this Carson Newman team, I mean, they're putting up 91.7 points a clip. They can limit them, especially on the offensive glass and from distance, because they shoot 38.8% from three-point line. They can limit that for Carson Newman. I think LR has a good shot here in this one, especially on the hands of someone like Darius Simmons and RJ Gunn, Mason Hawks. I think if LR can make at least 12 three-pointers here today, they have a good shot of winning this one. And then that came true in their last game against Coker when they hit 19. So we're about 4 minutes left to play here. 4 minutes to play here in the opening tip-off for this second game of our doubleheader. We're going to come back shortly with starting lineups for both sides. So you're watching Bear Sports Network.
Eagles, who come in here 7-2-4. Starters for them will have guard. We'll have guard Jalen McGill, guard E.J. Bush, center Dmitry Boykov, guard Trip Davis, and guard Reese Anderson. Your starters for the Carson Newman Eagles. And now on to the Bears, who come into this game at 6-5, 2-4 in the conference. We'll have number 1, Davion Bradford at the guard spot. Mason Hawks, number 3 at the guard spot. Darius Simmons, number 10 at the guard spot. R.J. Gunn, a little bit of a mixture. He'll play forward today, 21. And then Cooper Fowler, who's been hot, the freshman, number 33 at the center. That's your lineup for the Bears. And they're going to expect to get it up and running. They got a lot of dudes that can let it go from loose. They want to push the pace. Fowler's been big the last few games, and I think he's looking to keep it going.
Yes, we're about 2 minutes from starting this one here at Schuford Gymnasium, game 2 of our doubleheader here tonight. AB, I already gave my game key, was 12 or more threes for Lenoir-Rhyne, and I can see them coming out with a W here today. And what do you see here?
For the Bears, I think it's all about their defense. They get started when they can get out in transition, get easy layups, and get open threes, keep the pace high. So it's about turnovers. They can force double-digit turnovers in this game, they'll win.
Exactly, and I'm coming out with a big player to watch here. My player and prediction today, I think Darius Simmons follows up another big game, and he's going to drop. I'm going to give him 30 tonight.
I'm giving Cooper Fowler the go. He's been hot lately, and I see him keeping it going to start the new year. Jumpers look good. He's going to knock down a few threes today. Might get inside, get some big-time rebounds because he's got a height advantage. Could be a big game for the freshman.
So yeah, we're a little under a minute left to play till tip-off. They're going to do the starting lineups here and get going. Make sure you stay tuned. Should be a really good matchup here between Carson Newman Eagles and your Lenoir-Rhyne Bears.
So looking by the season for the Eagles, they're not scared to run either. So this one could get up north into the 90s and possibly in the 100s, depending on how the game goes. I mean, the Eagles, they've had only a couple of games. You can count them, the number of games they've had that haven't hit at least 85 points. So these two teams, they're going to get out, they're going to get running, and I expect to see a show.
Starting at forward, a 6'5" junior from Oak Ridge, Tennessee, number 10, E.J. Bush. At forward, a 6'3" senior from Nashville, Tennessee, number 50, Trip Davis. At center, a 6'10" junior from Moscow, Russia, number 32, Dmitry Boykov. At guard, a 6'2" junior from Charlotte, number 3, Jalen McGill. And at guard, a 6'2" senior from Douglasville, Georgia, number 55, Reese Anderson. The Eagles are coached by Chuck Benson and his 10th season, assisted by Terrence Oakensby, A.T. Carter, and Dave Foreman. And now, Bears fans, get out of your seat on your feet. Welcome to the floor. Your starting five for your LR Bears. Starting at forward, 6'7" junior from Columbia, South Carolina, number 21, R.J. Gunn. Starting at forward, 6'11" freshman from Greenville, South Carolina, number 33, Cooper Fowler. At guard, a 6' junior from Mount Airy, North Carolina, number 3, Mason
about to tip off as the starting lineups were just announced. About to get things rolling. You see some more students trickle in. It looks like the baseball team is here for Lenoir-Rhyne, so the game's about to get a little rowdy there in the student section. Kind of give it a little bit more of that classic Shuford atmosphere look that you love to see. Looks like it's going to be E.J. Bush and probably R.J. Gunn to tip this off here in the middle.
Look for both of these teams to get out running, try to get some shots up and get a fast start to the game and take control early.
And Gunn able to win that one for LR, and they will begin with possession here. And quickly you see, I believe that is Dmitry Bykov early on playing very tight on Cooper Fowler. Darius Sims, a good hesitation on the baseline. Now you see me, now you don't.
And that was too easy right there. That's a byproduct of Fowler's last 2 games where he's been lighting it up. Bykov couldn't stay off. Had to go with Fowler and left the lane wide open.
And Bykov, a big boy of himself, 6'10", 250. That's going to be a good matchup there for Cooper Fowler.
And 2 completely different styles. Fowler will be outside in, Bykov inside out all the way. More traditional.
Now trying to bang down the low block. Good job by Fowler of not moving his feet. And Gunn does a good job of boxing out.
Not giving up an inch. Bears looking nice early.
Hawks out. Good fake by Bradford. A behind the back move. Fowler there on the corner. And Bradford's going to call it a set. Simmons at the top of the key. A lot of action here. Good backdoor look. And Simmons driving in tough with the left. Draws the contact, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Simmons showing out a little bit right there. Just raising up on 1 foot so there's no travel. And then splitting the defenders. Little dude's going in strong in there with the trees. Great free throw shooter.
I love how the way everyone tries to play Simmons too. I mean, he's a lefty, so you kind of want to, force him to his right, his weaker hand. But Simmons he's very good with both hands. You got to play him straight up. You can't force him one way or the other.
He's very confident in attacking with his right hand and still finding a way to finish with his left.
As Simmons has the first 3 points of the game for Lenoir-Rhyne, and Bradford has got that lockdown mentality in him, and he's going to be one of LR's better defenders here tonight. As Fowler steps into the passing lane. Eagles inbound the ball now. Trying to go on the low block. It's Bush against R.J. Gunn. R.J. Gunn, tough defense. And Gunn, that's a grown man rebound up ahead for Bradford.
And the Bears waste no time. They look for all outlet passes after a rebound, trying to get in transition. Got some high flyers, too.
Bradford in the corner. Left it short there. That's a good look for LR, especially if you're going to leave those three-point shooters open. And Davis lowering the shoulder, and Simmons comes up with the steal. He's off and running here. A good fake by Simmons, and wow, Davis, that was one heck of a block.
Better defense, moving a little too fast, trying to control it now.
Up ahead to R.J. Gunn. He's going up strong with the left and not able to get it to go.
I mean, the pace this game was just moving at. I wouldn't mind seeing the Bears pull it out right there on that last one. Simmons, couple nice drives, but defense was good on both sides.
Maybe you know a lot about track meets. You being a track and field athlete, it's been a track meet so far here in only 3 minutes of this game. It's been back and forth here, but LR is on top 3-0. And Bykov going to try his luck from distance. Fowler left him open for it.
Baiting him into it. Hawks for three.
And Hawks able to heat up. Calling his own number from distance. And a timeout by Carson Newman as LR's up 6-0 here early on in the first half. We'll be back.
path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key.
Here at Schufer Gymnasium here on Bears Sports Network. If you're just tuning in, your Bears are up 6-0 here with a visiting Carson Newman Eagles. And now LR in that zone defense, and just like that, splitting the middle right to Bykoff.
What a find. That was tough, and then Bykoff getting it up really quick. That was the key on that one.
Good pump by Fowler, going up strong with the left. Just left it short off the rim. And that's a pretty drive right there by number 55, Reese Anderson.
Yeah, that's not Fowler's strength going to the rim, but if he can make a couple of those, he'll really explode for the night.
Being guarded tightly by Bykoff. Zim Fields has checked in.
Tough
Basket by Zim Fields.
That's how you turn the corner right there, and just the strength and balance from Fields. If you look at his trunk, he's solid. He was able to turn and square up.
Good job by Fields. Like, stay vertical, not lean too much and create an and one situation.
And look at it now. The Eagles have come alive after the timeout.
Nice pull up there by Hawks off a beautiful screen by Cooper Fowler. Created a lot of space there on that big screen.
Gotta love the offense you're seeing right now from both sides.
And an error turnover right there by E.J. Bush, and Coach Chuck Benson does not like that as we take immediate timeout here. LR is up 10-6 over Carson Newman Eagles.
Oh, this? I was playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
So we are back here on Bears Sports Network. If you're just tuning in, Lenoir-Rhyne Bears are up 10-6 over the Carson Newman Eagles, and they have possession. Hawks. Simmons there driving in. Hawks there weaving, loses the track of the ball. It's on the floor here. Hawks able to win it back, and that's a great hustle play by Mason Hawks.
Up to 7 points early on in this game.
A nice screen and roll. Zim Fields coming up the challenge, but you got to hedge out and stop that. And what a play by Davis.
Landing on top of the table and everything.
Talk about a full send, able to throw his body and keep the ball inbounds as well. And I hope everyone, and I think Coach Buck and down there on the announcer's table, hope they're all right.
Sometimes you got to keep your head up even if you're off the court here.
Exactly, head on a swivel. Tyson McClain has checked in. He poured in, I believe, 14 bench points in the last game. Let's see if he can get going here for LR. RJ Gunn, a deep three.
He's streaky. Anybody that knows RJ Gunn knows that if he comes alive, he's one of the best scorers in the nation.
And Anderson, a nice crossover and able to get in the lane.
But the Eagles, they're finding success inside. Points in the paint. All of them coming in the paint. They haven't made a single jumper from outside. They're trying to wear the Bears out.
And a tough drive by McLean, taking the contact right in the chest and still able to finish. And you would think that's got to be an offensive foul.
They're going to call just straight up. You don't normally see that, but we're going to get a replay right here from early on. Three-pointer off by Bykov, and then Bears looking to run. Mason Hawks on the wing, part of his early 7 points on the day. It's counted for half the offense for the Bears.
It's Davis there on Bradford. Tight defense by McLean. Gunn really sagging off Cam and Andre. Probably knows he's not that big of a threat from the outside.
The Eagles, though, everything's coming around the paint. That one just a step outside. Nice bucket there. Ties us at 14. Fields.
Tough drive by Zim Fields, but he's got to go get back and get into the play now. And I believe that is number 50, Trip Davis, throwing his body into harm, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Trip Davis getting tripped right there on his way. Pace is pretty fast still, but right now the Bears have to find a way to keep the Eagles out of the paint. They got to force them to take jumpers because they're just getting inside at will.
As missed on the first one right there is Davis. Gets the second one to go. We're knotted up at 14 apiece. Excuse me. Carson Newman takes the lead, 15-14 here with 13 minutes remaining. Alaric trying to get in the set. Simmons fires from 3, in and out.
Shot with confidence, though. They're going to live with those.
Now Brannigan's going to fire from distance, so he's strong on that attempt. Gunn with a great box out. Simmons driving in with the left and gets it to go.
He can do that all game. Too shifty and too smart at the rim. Knows how to finish once he elevates.
He really wanted that and one. Felt like there was a lot of contact. Simmons on high step. He's got a smooth game to himself. Fires the three-pointer, and Darius Simmons connects from distance.
He's taking over. He's got confidence. We'd love to see it here. He might put that 30 down that you called early on today.
Yeah, I just love his game. Super smooth on the ball. And he's got a nice hesitation as well. And they call a foul as Andre got a quick pass. And you see the replay here, how quick the outlet was to Simmons. Just so smooth driving the cup. And look at that backboard cam. Makes it look even prettier.
The one thing for DK that you just love, and most people probably don't know, is for him to stand at what they have him listed at 5'6", something not too staggering, but he can dunk and he can throw some nasty ones down.
As Hawks trying to fight through the dribble handoff, and now three-pointer gonna be fired, and that's good for Bryant Thomas.
I see Fowler was going to leave him open, but just a little too much space right there.
See, Bradford's got a lot of space there if he wants to fire. Fowler's going to fire from distance. Gets it to go. Cooper Fowler. See him yell to the bench, I can do this all day.
And you hear the bench with some Coop chants coming back at him. They love when the big guy gets involved.
Yeah, he's got a pretty stroke for a 6'11" big man. If you leave him enough space, he'll knock it down. Try to feed Gunn in the post, looking to go to work. Gunn a couple of jabs, a step-back jump shot. Left it long. Let's hope he's all right. Kind of landed funny. Hawks fires a 3. He cashes out from distance. 3 straight three-pointers for Lenoir-Rhyne, and the lead is now 25-18, causing the Eagles to call a timeout. And we'll be back shortly here on Bear Sports Network.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing.
So we're back here on Bear Sports Network. We're going to show you that little last barrage there by Cooper Fowler, knocking it down from distance, yelling something to his bench to let them know that he's going to be here all day. And LR taking a 7-point lead in this one. AB, what have you seen here from Lenoir-Rhyne?
I've seen a Bears team that last time out, they tied the school record in three-pointers made, and today they're hitting like they're trying to break it because this team is feeling it from deep. They're shooting with confidence. Even the ones that haven't went in, they look like good shots. And they have to figure out how they're going to slow down this Eagles team inside, but they're definitely there outside.
And Bradford, oh my goodness, he's going to be on you like a gnat. Look at him, stride for stride here, almost picking the pocket of Anderson and doing it with his shoe untied on top of that. Look at that, Bradford by himself, showtime, and goes up for the slam.
Well deserved. He started that one out from the second the timeout ended. He picked up Anderson and just created havoc.
And still with his shoe untied, Davion Bradford, what a guy for this Lenoir-Rhyne team.
But if you want to talk about the energy guys for this team, Davion Bradford is definitely that guy. He's had some big-time dunks. His feet, he's just so fast, so quick. Sometimes he'll make a play. We'll look at this replay right here. Swinging it around. Bradford coming up with the loose ball. Open court. He can jump. We know he can. Puts one down.
I mean, tell you what, shuffling your feet and kind of sitting down in a stance, that takes a lot out of you. And Bradford did that 94 feet.
And you got to admire the courage because there's so many people now that they're scared to be the highlight. They're scared to be on the wrong end of a great move. He doesn't care. And he plays up in your face. The Eagles are back at the rim. That's their success for the game so far, just finding points up close.
As you see, Khalil Daly has checked into the game for the first time. Now Simmons a step back, left it short on the hoop, and they're going to say that one touched the shot clock. It's going to go out of bounds. I would love to see him attack. There's some space, maybe draw another defender. He would have had Fowler open there on the wing.
I think that one was a case of a miscommunication. I think he expected Fowler to roll. He flared out and was kind of stuck in no man's land, just made a play.
I think he might have been expecting an offensive foul as well, as Fowler kind of dropped the Eagles defender.
It's a heck of a screen by Fowler. He's a big person. He takes up a lot of space. If you're the Eagles, you want to make a little push right here to answer what the Bears did when they had that spurt.
McLean guarding Anderson. Daly doing a good job of keeping Bush stifled, and Bush is going to commit the travel. And great defense by Khalil Daly.
I love the refs. They're letting you be physical if your arms are up. Sometimes we see calls made just because there's some contact, but this has been good to start the game so far. Bears looking for possession, get it up to possible double digits here.
Simmons drawing contact on the dribble handoff. Daly now trying to feed Fowler in the post. Fowler looking to go to work. He's got to swing it here. Up ahead to McLean, and he loses the handle on that one. That's a tough call. If you're Fowler, you can either go up with it one, get rid of it quicker two, or bounce it off player's foot right there and get another possession.
A little bit of freshman mistake right there, I'd say. He had the time and space. He's a big guy. Just turn over your shoulder, put that one off the glass or something.
And Simmons trying to front the post. Ball on the deck here. Fowler straight up, and that's a tough basket for EJ Bush, excuse me. McLean in the corner for three. He left it short. Got to follow your shot if you're McLean. And Hawks takes the charge, and there's no one better at doing that here at Lenoir-Rhyne than Mason Hawks.
That was too easy. Hawks spotted up nice and early, got the charge in there. That's a big-time call. The momentum could have swung with that as a bad shot led to a quick transition. But Mason Hawks with the big-time play kind of settles the crowd back down and gets the Bears going as they look for a bucket here. A couple empty possessions.
Looking for some movement. High pick and roll with Fowler. McLean driving in with the right, and that's a huge block by Bush. Getting that one clean. Anderson driving in tough, able to weave and control his body around the defender. Gets it to go.
I'm telling you, Bush can jump out the gym. He got that one at the peak.
Now Fowler the screen, McLean. Hawks at the top of the key. I think Fowler wants it. Now Hawks is driving in, loses control of it. Daly over in the corner, not able to get it to go. Carson Newman wanted to travel, but Hawks never had true possession of the ball. And Lenoir-Rhyne's going to call a timeout here as it's a 1-point game, 27-26. Lenoir-Rhyne's on top. We'll be back shortly here on Bear Sports Network.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement
Courtesy of Custom Design Group. Make sure you check out Custom Design Group. They got t-shirts.
We're back here on Bear Sports Network. You've been watching LR men's basketball. They're taking on the visiting Carson Newman Eagles. Your Lenoir-Rhyne Bears are up 27-26 here with 7:42 remaining in the first. Mala Kaliande, AB, what did you see there this last little stretch here?
Well, the difference is right now the Eagles are getting high-quality looks. They're inside. They're taking a lot of shots inside the paint. They have 26 points for the game and 20 points in the paint, and that's with 4 points right outside the paint.
Now Fowler looking to go to work here in the post. He's got some space. Now RJ Gunn trying to swing it back to Fowler, and that's picked off by Andre. Good fake right there by Bush.
But just another bucket in the paint. That's 22 paint points for the Eagles. Bears have to find a way to stop them from getting inside.
Zim Fields going to fire from the outside. A little strong on that attempt.
And the Eagles are going to live with that. Fields, he's got to develop the jumper a little more consistent.
And going to the line right there will be the number 50, Trip Davis.
And the Bears, they're going to leave Fowler out for trouble if they don't step up the pressure on by the guards. Right now, Damian Bradford's the only one who's creating any type of havoc, but all these other guards, they need to step it up. They need to move their feet. They're allowing clean lanes, and the Eagles are taking advantage of it and getting to the rim at will.
As Davis able to sink the first attempt, increasing Carson Newman's lead to 2 points. Davis goes 2 for 2 at the line. LR now has to battle back. They got to answer. Down 3 with 6:40 remaining. Trying to feed Gunn in the paint. Loses it, but it's going to go off an Eagle defender and remain Lenoir-Rhyne possession.
Bears have to find a way to switch the momentum here. They had it, but that timeout the Eagles took to force the immediate timeout for the 12-minute mark, it's changed the pace of the game.
Zim Fields at the top of the key. He's got a lot of space here to work. Looking for some help over the Hawks. There's 10 seconds left on the clock, and Darius Simmons is going to have to go to work here. A nice fake, driving in, loses it, gets up, goes up, and Fields gets it. Count the basket for Zim Fields. That was a very fortunate series of events for Lenoir-Rhyne, able to get points out of it.
Sometimes when things are going bad, it takes a little bit of craziness to get it right. Simmons was coming in at a mile a minute. We'll see here. That's what turn the corner off the screen, just moving way too fast. Trips, gets up, unable to finish, but Fields, Mr. Man on the spot, knock it down. I wouldn't say he stuck the landing there, but he definitely made the shot.
Right place, right opportunity there for Zim Fields. And good job by the referees to kind of let them play as well. A nice cut right there. Ball still on the deck. Kept alive by the Eagles now. A deep three by number 12, Brennigan. He left it long.
But that's a good job by the Bears. No clean cuts through. Forced the jumper.
Zim Fields left open again. They're daring him to shoot from distance. Gets in his spot in the mid-range. Ooh, that one's halfway in and out. He's got to keep shooting. As you hear Coach Sullivan talk to him from the bench.
I like that look for Fields, though. He didn't settle. He got somewhere where he felt comfortable, and it almost fell. Hands high for the Bears. Can't let any easy drives.
10 seconds on the clock, and that's just Bush rising up over the smaller defender in Simmons.
There's nothing the Bears could do on that one. Simmons is just at a disadvantage. He stayed in front, got a hand in the face, but Bush rose over.
RJ Gunn, a quick trigger on the three-point line, and he airballs it. It's been a rough couple of possessions here. Lenoir-Rhyne, a quick crossover by Davis, and he's going to get the and one.
Bad shots lead to is the first pass of an outlet. There's the outlet pass for the other team. RJ Gunn, a quick trigger, catches nothing. Eagles come down and get numbers. Easy bucket. And one going to the line as they look to stretch this out. Now the lead up to 5. Bears were in control of this one, but it's gotten quiet. The Eagles have taken the crowd out of this one.
Trip Davis now trying to complete the three-point play and not able to do so. As Bradford has checked back in along with Tyson McLean. Bradford's given a lot of space there at the top of the key. He could pull it if he wants to. He's going to pull it there from the wing and gets it to go. And look at the full court defense by Tavion Bradford. No fear in number 1. And LR into a zone defense. Quick back and forth pass. Good job by McLean rising up for the board. Quick crossover by McLean. Ooh. Bradford was cutting back door if he had looked up. Simmons now, high pick and roll, driving in with the left. Draws the contact, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
I think that's a pretty good call right there. Looked like the Eagle, who was that? McGill? McGill was there, but he just slid over at the last second, wasn't able to kind of hold positioning. And I wish more of these Bears would do it. McLean, Bradford, they've had a couple drives now where they've gotten into the paint with the edge, but they're just stopping and looking back to pass. Go up with it while you have the angle. See if they can get a couple more fouls.
Especially that there have been a lot of stopped right there about 5 or 6 feet from the hoop and looking like a deer in the headlights. You got to either shoot it or get it out of there quickly. As Simmons able to knock down 2 free throws. We're not up at 34 apiece here. Bykoff a big rebound. Fowler able to back tap it out. We're under 4 left to play here in the first half. We're not up at 34 apiece.
This is a big possession, big final 3.5 minutes or so.
As number 22, Elijah Shabazz is checked in. And McLean not able to make that layup halfway in and out.
I'll tell you this much. Cooper Fowler, he might not be the most athletic out there, but he knows how to get this crowd going with some of his plays and shots.
Yeah, he's a big guy, big fella, but he's able to move his feet pretty well, and he knows the rule of verticality. He's able to not lean and just go straight up. And we're going to take a timeout here. It's a tied ball game, 34-34. 3:24 remaining here in the first half.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
We're back here on Bear Sports Network. If you're just tuning in, it's a tied ball game, 34-34, with 3:24 remaining here in the first half. AB, I think the biggest thing that stood out to me here, Hawks, Simmons, 10 points apiece, but RJ Gunn has 0 points to this point.
And he's the game changer for this team. He's kind of the one that pushes them over the top. They have scores in other aspects, but he's the one that when he's on, this team is kind of unbeatable.
Yeah, the last time I saw RJ Gunn have this quiet of a first half, dropped 6 against Clayton State in the first half and exploded for 29, leading the team in an overtime victory and in the second half and finished the game with, I believe, 34 points.
And RJ Gunn is one of those players who can do that. I mean, he'll have a bad first half, go in the locker room. Coach Solia kind of talk to him, reset him, and he might come out in the second half and not miss. Bears got 3 minutes to make it there, and I know they want to make it with the lead with how good they started.
McLean left that one short, and Shabazz trying to follow, but kind of ran into Daly, not able to get enough on it to get it up and in.
Wouldn't mind seeing Shabazz kind of gather himself there.
And he's going to have to play the big. He's the tallest player on the floor for Lenoir-Rhyne. And the corner's wide open. There's a miscommunication right there between LR. Looked like they were in the zone, but a couple of them thought they were playing man.
And that's only the second 3 of the game for the Eagles. 2:40 left to go. Bears need a push.
Bradford fires a 3. He left it short. Rebounded by Bush. Another one in the corner, and Lenoir-Rhyne is in the zone, and there it's not looking compact in that zone. There's a lot of space.
Can't have that much space. Can't have those big of gaps. The ball should not be allowed to just fly through like that.
Shabazz, good denial there by Brennigan. McLean now with the rock. McLean kicking out to Bradford. And Simmons has got to hold it up at the top. 5 seconds left on the clock. Simmons, the hesitation. Bradford's going to have to fire here. 1 second. Gets it off and left it short on the rim. No good.
RJ Gunn's getting ready to check back in because the Bears need some offense with this unit.
Davis fires a three. And that's no good. Finally a dead ball here. That's going to allow RJ Gunn to re-enter the game.
And I don't mind this lineup they got on the floor. But RJ Gunn, this is his chance to kind of break out of his slump before halftime. He's going to get a couple shots up, I believe, or some plays drawn up in his direction for this final minute and a half.
She said a minute and a half remaining. Lenoir-Rhyne is down 7. RJ Gunn, a mid-range jump shot. Not able to get it to go. Daly comes up with the steal. And LR can reset at the top of the key. Some action here with Simmons and Gunn. Gunn driving in tough with the left, and if you can't get it to go at the basket, you got to get it to go at the line.
Yep, if the jumper's not falling, everybody's taught to attack the rim, get some layups, or get fouled, go to the free throw line. Get you some easy ones. He just needs to see the ball go through the rim right now. Love the mentality right there.
And Gunn not able to hit that first free throw.
And you can see it on his face. I think he needs to calm down a little bit. The frustration, you can just see it. He's had better days than this.
Yeah, Gunn's usually a player you don't really see show that much emotion there on the court. Very, mild-mannered, kind of indifferent when he plays, but he's really feeling it right now. He's not looking so hot, but able to knock down, see something go in. Let's see if that can carry on to the second half. A minute left to play. Lenoir-Rhyne down 6 to the Carson Newman Eagles, 41-35. Davis there on the wing, looking for some help. Bush trying to find the post here. A bigger player on the smaller defender in Simmons. 5 seconds on the clock, and
a little too much space and a whole lot of confidence right there for Davis. Bears need an answer.
Davis just able to knock that one in. 30 seconds left on the clock, about a 6.5 second difference between game clock and shot clock. McLean dribble handoff out to Daly for 3. Left it long, and now the Eagles can just hold it here for one shot.
The Eagles have executed their offense better. That's why they're winning this game so far.
Davis here driving in tough. Gets it to go, and that's the first half, folks, as the Lenoir-Rhyne is down 46-35 to the Carson Newman Eagles, and we'll be back shortly with first half stats and first half analysis here on Bear Sports Network.
Oh, this? I was playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing today.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Everett Chevrolet Buick GMC is ready for another exciting football season. Everett has been a proud sponsor of the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears for 25 years, and we wish the Bears a safe and successful season. And August means it's all systems go for another winning season with the Carolina Panthers. We have a tradition of winning in the Carolinas, and when you want to be a winner in the car, truck, or SUV game, come see the sales and service champions at Everett, because if you didn't get an Everett deal, you dropped the ball, baby. Woo!
I love being busy in my garden. I got flowers to plant and beds to clean out. When I was feeling really tired and not like myself, I saw a doctor. Look at me now. The doctors were good, they worked with me, and they laughed with me. I'm back to doing everything I love. I needed a doctor, and I found the expert for my heart.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
46-35 to the Carson Newman Eagles. It's halftime here. I'm going to show you some highlights here from the first half. I mean, the biggest difference maker here, LR started off hot early on, and then Carson Newman just battled back, and they were efficient. And looked at some points that Lenoir-Rhyne just looked out of place, especially when they were kind of putting things together and they tried to switch into a zone and went into a really small lineup. Their bigs were just able to shoot over to the smaller defenders and get into those spaces and passing lanes with ease. Some totals for you. Trip Davis is leading the Eagles with 14 points and 5 rebounds. E.J. Bush has 10 of himself. The Eagles are shooting 19 of 33 from the field, 3 of 10 from distance, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. While Lenoir-Rhyne, leading scorer is Hawks and Simmons with 10 points apiece. And Damian Bradford with 5 points. The biggest thing I think on this stat sheet right here is the fact that RJ Gunn only has 1 point at halftime. That has been the biggest difference maker, that the Eagles have held Lenoir-Rhyne's leading scorer, who's averaging close to 21 points a game, to 1 point. AB, I mean, what did you see in that first half, and what do you think Gunn has to do to get back into this one?
I think for both RJ Gunn and for the Bears, they got to find some consistency. Find somewhere where they consistently get points. The Bears, they're streaky right now. They're either hitting from the outside or they have nothing, or they're getting a couple layups here and there, but they need something more consistent. RJ Gunn, I wouldn't mind seeing him get his big frame and get towards the rim a little bit. He hit a free throw. That's how he got his 1 point. Try to get something going. He can dunk. Maybe I might see him get out running on a fast break and see if we can get him a couple early on the possession. The Bears are moving fast. I think as the game got on, the Eagles started to control the pace and really slowed it down a little bit to something more manageable as they beat the Bears up inside.
Zach, as you see those little totals right there on the graphic, Carson Newman is up here 46-35 over Lenoir-Rhyne. Carson Newman shooting 57.6% from the field, 71.4% from the line, and 30% from three. They have 24 rebounds, 3 offensive, and 5 turnovers. Lenoir-Rhyne shooting 36.1, 57 from the line, 31 from 3, 16 rebounds, 4 offensive, and 3 turnovers. And that's not going to get it done, especially if you look at those shooting totals. They got to get better from distance, and they got to up that field goal percentage by a lot.
They need to drop Carson Newman's field goal percentage. You can't have them shooting above 55% and you shoot under 36. Honestly, when you look at the numbers, it's really amazing the fact that it's just 11. You know, we saw numbers close to this earlier, and it was a 30-point game. So the Bears, they've played hard. They've played good in spurts, but they were also leading for a while by 9. And now they're down 11. That's an 18-point swing. They need to get back to what got them the lead. Quick shots, and then they just need to hit them. They're getting some good looks, but they lost where their scores were when Simmons and Hawks stopped hitting.
Exactly, AB. I mean, we've talked about it all season. I like to stress a lot, basketball is a game of runs. It's all about momentum. And early on, Lenoir-Rhyne had that momentum, and they lost it there. And about that last 7-minute stretch where Carson Newman just took over, hence their 11-point lead here. And we're about 3 minutes left until we begin the second half here in halftime. You've been watching Bear Sports Network here on the SAC Live, and we'll be back shortly. We're back here on Bears Sports Network. Just tuning in, 46-35 game. Carson Newman's up over the Lenoir-Rhyne Bears. Fans, just a reminder, Geico has teamed up with the South Atlantic Conference to offer the alumni, faculty, and staff of SAC institutions discounts on auto insurance. Get your fast, free car insurance quote today by visiting geico.com/mydiscount. Geico, the official insurance provider of the South Atlantic Conference. Maybe, what do you want to see here from Lenoir-Rhyne in this second half? And what do you want to see from Carson Newman here if they're going to win this game?
Carson. For the Eagles, I wouldn't mind seeing them keep going to what they have right now. They have something good in the paint. They're controlling the game, and they're making everything go at their pace, at their time, and they're getting great looks because of it. They're holding an advantage inside. For the Bears, you got to hit some shots. I want to see them pick the pace back up to this game, make it a transition game where they can excel, get some energy back in here, especially early on. The first 4 minutes is more critical for the Bears than it is for the Eagles.
And it looks like the same starting five for Lenoir-Rhyne has started here in the second half. And Cooper Fowler didn't even leave his feet on that block. It's going to remain Eagles' possession. A nice move inside by Davis, but not able to get it to go. Good defense by Lenoir-Rhyne. Simmons looking to call out the set. They're working the ball around. A lot more movement here. Gunn, a mid-range jump shot. Count the basket. And that's a great start to the second half for R.J. Gunn.
And if you're the Bears, that's what you want to see. That's a tough shot for the lefty, dribbling right, getting a little contact on the hip. Here we see in the replay, catches it on the wing, nice screen, little contact on the hip, goes straight up left hand, and nice touch. R.J. Gunn, maybe that's the shot that'll get him going. Need him if you're the Bears.
Long on that free throw, ball still up in the air. And look at Bradford, step for step, still with Anderson after slipping.
Bradford is one heck of an athlete. He just goes.
Yeah, he's got one motor to them, and that's go. And Bykoff looking to maybe perhaps shoot from three. And Simmons having to run through a couple screens. Still on Bennion. And Bykoff able to slip one by Cooper Fowler.
I wouldn't mind seeing Fowler catch a better angle there. Maybe he'll be able to stop that direct roll to the basket.
Simmons firing from distance, gets it to go.
And that's what the Bears need. They need somebody to step up. He stopped scoring at 10. He had 10 early on in the first half. He's got to keep it going.
Yeah, Simmons, I'm telling you, he's got a smooth game to him, always under control.
Sometimes I feel like Simmons' best defender is himself.
And Bradford going straight up there, but Anderson able to kiss it off the glass for two, pushing the lead back up to 10.
I'm extremely impressed with the Eagles' ability to finish around the rim. I mean, if you put it anywhere close to the paint, they're going to knock it down.
And that was almost a tough basket for Simmons. He almost got it to go high off the glass. And Bradford playing tough defense, letting Bush shoot it from distance. Anderson battling, and still Carson Newman able to get the offensive rebound.
And that's where the difference is. The Eagles, they're just a little quicker right now. They're a little more hungry.
Ball up in the air. Bradford on the deck, and a loose ball foul is going to be called on Dimitri Bykoff.
And you see Coach Soley, he's still implying for Simmons to keep shooting. He wants his guards to come down and crash more on the rebounds. I think he can see the lack of energy on the glass. Bears want to turn this around. They're going to have to do it there.
Simmons surveying the field. Now Bradford going to call out a set, getting some motion going. Bradford open there on the corner if he wants it, and he just gave the ball to the defense. And Bradford able to poke it away, almost gets it back for Lenoir-Rhyne. And he pats his chest saying, my bad. But Bradford, he's going to give you 110% on both ends.
He plays hard. You can guarantee that. He might not always be as fundamentally sound or flash and dash, but you know what? He's going to always be there with all the energy he has.
Still a 10-point deficit for Lenoir-Rhyne, down 50-40 to the Carson Newman Eagles. Good swing by Bykoff over to Anderson. Davis trying to get going here late in the shot clock and able to patiently find that little teardrop in the paint.
And like I said, it's like if you don't block it, they're going to make it once they get closer to the basket.
McLean has checked in. And if you're McLean, that's the right pass there in the corner, but even then, you had a layup there if you wanted it. But that's a smart pass. Just got to know your personnel. I know Simmons is a great athlete, but he's standing at 5'11". That pass was for someone of Blake Griffin's stature.
And I like what he did there, getting down the hill. And I even like the idea of kicking it out. You've had trouble finishing at the rim with the bigger bodies. But you just got to make sure the pass is on site. Look down your target. Be fundamentally sound.
Good block by Cooper Fowler. Able to block Anderson. Mason Hawks a deep three, and he's able to connect. 5 for 5 on the game. That brings him to 13 points.
Bears need more of Hawks and Simmons, I think, on this run, while Gunn's still trying to figure it out.
Zim Fields now pushing here for LR. He's going to drive in. McLean in the corner for 3. He left it short. We get some rub action off the screen for McGill. And McLean does a good job of putting his hand in the passing lane. Now McLean open on the wing for 3, and it's long. That's a great opportunity for Lenoir-Rhyne.
I would like to see McLean drive in. He's missed his last few threes. Take a couple dribbles in and get the easier shot. Try to get one to go through. So they need some shots to go in.
Bykoff open there on the free throw line inside the bush. Not able to get it to go. It's a chance for LR to continue to trim the deficit. Fowler dribble handoff. Zimfield's now driving in tough with the right. Took a lot of contact there, but Bykoff was vertical. Fowler grabs the board for LR. They're going to look to slow things down now.
I want to see them draw something up for Hawks. He's had your hot hand. Get him a shot.
Good backdoor cut to Zim Fields.
We're going to give him a rim grazer on that one. He got up there.
And that's a great look from Mason Hawks.
But that's why I think you got to run the offense through Hawks right now. He's making everything happen.
And now Davis gonna fire from deep. Rebounded by McLean. Simfields there in the corner. He's gonna look to drive. And an up and under there, and good job by Zimfields not to go up. And you see McGill's life kind of passed before his eyes. If Zimfields had went up, that could have been really dangerous. And we're going to have an immediate timeout here as Lenoir-Rhyne's cut into this lead. They're down 52-45 here to the Carson Newman Eagles. You're watching Bear Sports Network.
I love being busy in my garden. I got flowers to plant and beds to clean out. When I was feeling really tired and not like myself, I saw a doctor. at me now. The doctors were good, they worked with me, and they laughed with me. I'm back to doing everything I love. I needed a doctor, and I found the expert for my heart.
So we're back here on Bears Sports Network. You've been watching Lenoir-Rhyne men's basketball here as we show you this last little flurry by Mason Hawks, weaving in. Zim Fields, the backdoor cut, gets a little rim grazer dunk to go. LR has cut into this lead as they're only down 7 here, 52-45 to the Carson Newman Eagles. They're battling back, AB.
And it started all on the defensive side, holding the Eagles to just 25% to start out the second half. The rest of the Bears are shooting 50. Now, possessions that could take care of the ball. Eagles are getting more shots up. They've taken 4 more shots. Bears got to clean up the glass and get out running, I think, if they really want to make a dent into this lead.
And R.J. Gunn, a good job getting to a spot, but it was halfway in and out, and that's been the majority of the night looking like for R.J. Gunn.
I love that look for him, though. Nice and physical, something short. Bears need to stop here.
A lot of give and go, a nice roll, and Andre is able to get in the paint and score.
Beautiful little finger roll right there. Gets the Eagles back up to 9 points. Bears got to find consistent baskets. They haven't been on a run since early on in the first half.
Daly there in the corner. It hasn't dropped from him from distance, and he elected to kind of pump and drive there. Hawks fires another deep three, and he's 6 for 6 for Mason Hawks. Have a night. He's heating up.
Get him more touches, get him more looks. He's feeling it, kind of unconscious. Shooters are taking shots from that deep. It's a problem.
And an illegal screen called on the Carson Newman Eagles on number 11, Andre. And that's a big swing right there for LRs. They're only down 6 points.
Huge swing right there. Bears, big bucket can be on the way.
Let's see if they get another play going for Mason Hawks. He's feeling it.
Here he comes off the screen.
Mason Hawks, he stepped back three. He gets it to go. Mason Hawks, deep range, dead eye.
And when he's on like this, just keep feeding him. I mean, that was nasty. The answer left it short. All right, Bears, let's go.
He's 7 of 7 from the field now.
And they're calling out something else for him. If you're the Eagles, you know it, but watch Hawks.
And Gunn going up. Went up with one, finished with 2. R.J. Gunn.
Before I could even finish, I was going to say watch Hawks be the decoy.
Just like that's a 1-point ball game. Lenoir-Rhyne is down 1 here, the Carson Newman Eagles. And Hawks trying to get in the passing lane, and that's how you know you got 2 great defenders. Simmons and Hawks were there for the steal. We're going to have another media timeout now as Lenoir-Rhyne's down 1 here on Bear Sports Network. As we are back here on Bear Sports Network, we show you the replay of that last little explosion by Mason Hawks. A deep three. I'm talking Hall of Fame deep range deadeye. Mason Hawks looking like a video game out there, knocking down everything from the outside. 5 of 5 from three-point range. 7 of 7 on the game. 19 points. The leading score, the game's leading score for both sides is Mason Hawks.
Just single-handedly willing this Bears team back into the matchup. They were dead, but when you're hitting threes from that deep, you'll get this place jumping. You can just feel the energy change now. Bears need a big stop here to capitalize on this run.
Now feeding the post into Andre, trying to go to work on Fowler. Hawks with the good help. Now driving in tough, and Fowler's going to get called for the foul.
It's a lot of contact there, but I think that's a tough one on Fowler because he didn't initiate it. The contact was there, but he just didn't start it.
That's going to be Zaylen Peeler now going in the line for 2. Peeler left it short.
It's a big foul, though, to get Fowler out of the game for a little bit. Size inside has kind of changed the dynamics defensively for the Bears, so R.J. Gunn will be the biggest man on the court.
Yeah, this is where LR kind of fell apart there in that last 6-minute stretch of the first half when they went to a small ball lineup, allowed the Eagles bigs to wreak havoc in the open spaces. Hawks going to be guarded tightly now. Gunn turning. Gets the floater to go with the contact.
And Coach Soley's begging for the foul right there. He wanted all the contact, but I like R.J. Gunn in the low post.
As Andre dribble handoff with Bush. Anderson looking to go to work now. Fakes the handoff to Bush, and they're going to get called for a hook. That's an offensive foul, and if you're Anderson, you got to know. You reached out and hooked around.
That was too obvious. Just great defense by the Bears. Fields started all the way over here on the right side. Went under all the screens. Communication was great. They allowed him through. Picked up his man, and there was nothing else for Anderson to do but to hook him.
Dribble handoffs in Fields. Now Simmons on the ball. Simmons, a nice tween move. Fires a 3. Doesn't get it to go.
The roof would have exploded off of this place if that went in.
It's a tied ball game just like that after LR with a huge run, and now Andre in the post, 57-55, breaks the tie. Zim Fields just driving in. Now into Simmons in the corner for 3. Left it long. Now Anderson's pushing. And a foul's called on Mason Hawks, and he's in disbelief. He felt like he didn't really touch him.
I didn't see it, but if there was contact, I understand. I just didn't think there was a lot of contact. I think Anderson kind of had the chair pulled from under him. Left it short, but
Anderson will now go to the line for 2. Anderson has 8 points there on the night. Misses that first free throw. And Anderson misses both of them. 0 for 2 right there. They're getting the motion. Fowler now to Simmons. Fowler's open there on the 3. Lets it go. He gets it to go. The big man, Cooper Fowler, from the outside.
Feeling it right there. You love it when the big guys get involved.
And that gives Lenoir-Rhyne the lead, 58-57. Under 10 left to play here in the second half.
And beautiful. Back to the basics for Carson Newman. They've been doing that all night. They're going to live and die by getting into the paint.
Inside to Gunn. Gunn going in strong. And they're going to call an offensive foul on a Gunn. I don't think he really lowered the shoulder. I felt like that was just the bigger body battling there on the low block.
I love to see a no call there because he had position, but also, too, Gunn didn't drop the shoulder, like you said. There was just a lot of contact. I think you got to let that one slide. Seeing a quick conversation, just trying to figure it out. As this game's gotten tight, the emotions, they're starting to show.
It's a 1-point ball game. It's been back and forth here in the second half. Lenoir-Rhyne has really cut into this deficit. Good job by Fowler of staying vertical. Gunn hesitates, goes in with the left. Left it short. A lot of contact there. Fowler looking to turn. And an and one right there for number 2, Camille Chapman. And that was just tough for Fowler the whole way. He was backtracking on his heels.
That's tough. The freshman, I think he's going to learn on that one. He took a straight run to the rim. He might want to get offline so he can see the ball. He never was able to really see the ball. Kind of an easy one on him.
Yeah, Chapman definitely baited him into that one. As Fowler was twisting in and out, trying to keep up with the quicker Chapman.
I think on that one, that's when you see a lot of players go for the chase down block type. He should have opened up the gate a little bit there and just tried to get it off the glass because there was too much speed, and Fowler, that's an athletic mismatch for him. See the importance of his game, though. When he's on the court, this offense opens up so much.
As Chapman knocks down that free throw, that pushes the Eagles' lead to 4 points with 9 minutes remaining here in this game. Trying to feed it in the Gun. Bradford now back outside the Hawks. Hawks, a nice no-look pass to the corner to Daly, and he just cannot knock it down. Just hasn't been able to hit a three-point shot here tonight.
Bears need some buckets from some other people besides Hawks and Simmons, as the Eagles go on a little sprint, take a 6-point lead, and lead to a quick timeout by the Bears. We'll be back here, 58-64 on the Bears Sports Network.
Oh, this? I was playing catch a little too hard with the dog. He's got quite an arm. I've been through this before. It'll be better in a couple of days. Probably.
Visit one of Ortho Carolina's specialists right away by logging on to orthocarolina.com. Leave the waiting to this guy.
Come on, honey.
Ortho Carolina. You improved.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Like in real time.
So we're back here on Bears Sports Network. If you're just tuning in, you've missed an exciting matchup between the visiting Carson Newman Eagles and your Lenoir-Rhyne Bears, as they're down 6 here, 64-58. Eagles have really turned it up in this last minute.
And they've done it from the same spot they've done it all game, inside. They have 0 threes in the second half, but because of their consistency to attack the paint, they now have a 6-point lead. The Bears, they're going to have to find a way to stop the guard penetration, but also, too, they're just going to have to keep hitting shots.
Dribble handoff with Simmons, left by himself. Hawks thought about pulling it for 3. Now kicks over to Bradford in the corner. He knocks it down. 3-ball, corner pocket for Bradford.
Bears needed that one. They need some threes to fall from other people so Hawks and Simmons can get back open.
Now it's just a 3-point game, 1-possession game. LR's down 64-61. Under 8 to play. Nice drive by Peeler and a great block by Gunn. Up ahead to McLean. And Bradford, a great pump fake. McLean in the corner for 3. He gets it to go. Back-to-back tray balls in the corner.
And you love the Villanova-style transition play right there.
Tie ball game, 64 apiece. Working the ball around now to Trip Davis. Bush trying to go to work against Gunn. And McLean left his feet. That's one of the deadliest sins in the game of basketball. Can't leave your feet.
Right now, the Bears, the way the game's going, they're hitting threes and the Eagles are hitting twos. So they just got to keep hitting shots.
Gunn, the hesitation, driving in, looking baseline, needs help. Bradford's wide open. Bradford with the right hand gets it to go.
Great find right there. Good job by Bradford not to leave. He was so open, there was no point of leaving.
That's good job by Gunn to keep his pivot foot alive and stay patient. Now Chapman fires a deep three, and he knocks it down.
First one of the half, fourth one of the game for the Eagles.
You see Simmons now. Hawks is curling. He's going to be played tight. Fires another three. He gets it to go.
Oh my God.
Mason Hawks, Hall of Fame sharpshooter.
Mason Hawks. Somebody cool that man off.
He's 6 of 6 from distance.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to pull this one too. Smart player though. He's going to set it up and get a good look.
Now inside the Gun. And Gun gets fouled.
Mason Hawks, let's look at this replay. Going to come off of a couple of screens. They've been running this play all day. Gets it, steps back, uncomfortable. Knock it down in your eye hole, 69-69. We'll take a final media timeout here on the Bear Sports Network.
Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
I knew that there was an opportunity to have my college paid for if I was good enough to play baseball at that level. That was going to make a big difference in my family. D2 baseball gave me an opportunity to play at a high level and to get an education that's going to be valuable for me throughout the rest of my life. I chose to take my experience of being a student athlete and pursue that within my career and to get a master's degree. If I wouldn't have had a baseball scholarship, there'd be no chance that I'm doing what I'm doing.
So we're back here on Bear Sports Network. Just tune in. We're knotted back at 69 apiece. AB, give us that stat total. Mason Hawks, 6 for 6, 8 for 8 from the field. Dude's heating up.
22 points, and I mean, he's even had enough time to give out a couple assists. Mason Hawks, what a game. He has been the reason why this Bears team is in there. Whenever they needed a bucket, he's coming through. I like the way he's playing, and I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't keep his name in the loop for how this one ends.
Yeah, he's not done scoring. 69 apiece, 5:46 remaining here in this ball game. Looks like the starting lineup is back in. Gunn is on the bench.
And here's the big part. RJ Gunn, he's coming alive a little bit. Got 7 in this half.
Hawks a step back three. Oh my goodness! Mason Hawks is unconscious. It's your world, and we're just living in it.
Got everybody standing up. It's even better when it's right in front of the bench. And then he gets the charge. Look at him. Can't touch this man. He is unstoppable right now.
This is Mason Hawks' game, ladies and gentlemen. He is playing his life out and his heart out right now. Absolutely hooping. Mason Hawks giving Lenoir-Rhyne a 72-69 lead with 5:22 remaining.
And if you're the Eagles, there's really nothing you can do. He's hitting tough shots. Like, they're 3 steps behind the three-point line and step backs.
He's 8 for 8 from 3.
Kind of got that James Harden look in his eye.
He's getting hacked there. Fires another three-pointer, and it's long on that one. That one looked pretty from here as well.
Ooh. This place would have exploded. And Carson Newman, they don't panic. They're going to attack the rim. I love the idea of how this game's going. Two different styles, but both teams balling out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check on that one to see when the last time someone started 8 for 8 for 3. And I think Mason Hawks might have a good chance of a record right there for LR. Cooper Fowler going to try his luck from distance. Left it short, but Tyson McLean with the rebound.
And that's why Cooper Fowler is so important. He stretches everything out, gets the big man away from the rim. Now offensive rebounds are open for the guards.
LR up 74-71. Fowler playing tough defense on Andre, but Andre able to get one over him.
Every time Fowler plays defense, he doesn't foul to win for the Bears.
Over to Simmons. Simmons, stop and pop at the free throw line. And that one's good.
I've watched Simmons do a workout. He'll hit that shot 100 times in a row, and I'll put my money on it.
And Bradford trying to get back now. Hawks will pick up his man. Good
What a
roll
roll
by Andre. Not able to get to go, and Fowler trying to keep it in bounds. I believe that ball may have hit the baseline. It's going to remain Eagles' possession. And we're going to have another media timeout here, but we're going to stay here and talk to you about this game. 76-73, AB.
I'll go over. We got the replay here. Coming off of a screen. Kicking it out to Fowler. Unable to get it by Tyson McLean. Big time cut. That's the difference so far for this Bears. Fowler's been able to stay in the game, and Hawks, the night he's had is just ridiculous. You keep riding him until he goes completely cold. But when Fowler's in the game, he's not getting in foul trouble. He just opens everything up. Here we see Hawks coming off of a couple screens. Step back in your eye hole. Mama, there goes that man.
Yeah, he's going off. Mason Hawks, I don't know what he had for breakfast, what he had for lunch and or dinner. This kid's heating up. I mean, whatever he's doing, he's got to do that every game. There's no fear in this kid, Mason Hawks.
And you can't take him off the court because he's just hitting in-rhythm shots. He's feeling it. He's shooting with confidence. And you got to love the way he's playing right now. This Bears team, they're poised. They still got 3.5 to go. And the one thing they have to watch is Carson Newman has been consistent. They're getting to the rim. They're attacking at will. You gotta find a way to stop them. Get a couple more stops. Bears can control this one and might push it out.
There's 3:36 remaining here in this ball game. Lenoir-Rhyne is up 76-73. It's a close game. If you're just tuning in, well, you've missed an exciting one so far.
And while Hawks gets a break, I think if you're the Bears, watch R.J. Gunn try to close this out. He's the leading scorer for this team. He's the man offensively. He hasn't had his type of day, but I expect him to try to be a part of finishing this.
Inbound the ball, the Eagles. Anderson has a straight line drive. No one there challenging him, but Simmons ends up with the board, and Anderson's down on the deck. Simmons going up strong with the left, and it's good.
Tough take by Simmons. Tough take both ways. Anderson, good to see him back up on his feet by himself. Maybe just took a shot to the face. You know, sometimes those can shock you more than they do hurt. But I love the Bears not wasting a second. Simmons getting out in transition and really just pushing the tempo, forcing the action. You had the advantage.
Eagles ball, Trip Davis now at the rock. A little over 3 minutes left to play. Bears are up 5, 78-73. Now Peeler guarded by Gunn.
Got to stop the backdoor cuts if you're the Bears.
Brennigan looks back at the clock. Bush is there for three-point range, lets it go, and gets the friendly roll. That's a huge bucket right there for
I don't
Carson
mind that
Newman.
too much from Fowler to let him have it. They haven't hit many, and you're too valuable to go outside. They pick up a foul.
And Gunn being guarded by the smaller man, and I believe Bush is going to get called for the reach-in.
They had to send Gunn to the line. These are big free throws coming up. Make it a two-possession game.
Excuse me, that was Trip Davis on the foul.
Hawks will check back in. Get Fowler. Might go a little offense for defense here. What a performance in the second half by the Bears to kind of close it down. Mason Hawks, they rode his energy, but as a team, this has been very impressive.
Gunn gets the first one to drop. Strong on the second attempt.
It's a whole lot of time left in this game. We still got 2.5 minutes to go. It just feels like every possession matters so much.
Brannigan right there in the corner. Bradford playing tough defense here on Trip Davis. Chapman fires a three. That one's deep. Good board by Simmons.
And that's a win for the Bears. Great possession. Now, if I'm the Bears, I would attack downhill, see if you can get Mason Hawks wide open on an inside-out play.
A steal right there by Trip Davis. And now in the corner, and he's going to step out of bounds as Chapman. And that's really tough right there for the Eagles. They had numbers.
Call that picture-perfect transition defense.
Returning to the floor, number 33, Cooper Fowler.
Damian Bradford right there getting ahead, not fouling. And then Mason Hawks retreating outside. Closeout was crisp, forced him to step out of bounds. 2 minutes to go, and we got a good one.
Working the ball around. Simmons, the behind-the-back move, being guarded tightly by Trip Davis. Simmons driving in with the left, the blow-by for two.
Too easy, can't give that much space. That's his strong hand, Simmons. Big-time bucket.
And Gunn is going to get called for the foul.
There's a whole lot of contact. That's a big-time collision with the ground. So we get a replay back here. Simmons loses it, controls himself, sees all that space, and the lefty says, "I'll have so," blows by and finishes at the rim.
That's great offense right there by Darius Simmons. I mean, another one of those tough things where you're a smaller guard, you're so low to the ground. Your center of gravity is impeccable. It's really hard to kind of steal the ball or get you off balance. As Trip Davis knocks down the first free throw.
.91 seconds left here. You best believe there's going to be action-packed through all of them.
81-78. Under a minute 30 rate to play. Lenoir-Rhyne is on top. McLean, high pick and roll with Cooper Fowler. Surveying the field. I think they're looking for Hawks. Fowler's got the mismatch there in the post. He's got to go to work. Fowler now with the left, and he traveled.
That's a tough one. I think he did shuffle the feet. He had the angle. I think he's just got to go up.
Yeah, he's got to go up stronger than that. That's a crucial turnover there for Lenoir-Rhyne as they are up 3 points now with a minute 10 remaining. They got to play lockdown D. It's a nail biter here at Schuford Gymnasium.
Two teams at the bottom of the conference looking to make a rise.
Great steal by R.J. Gunn, able to pick that one out of the air. Under a minute left to play.
Looked like he pinned that one against Mason Hawks' head for a second.
81-78, Lenoir-Rhyne is up by 3. Simmons is just going to hold it, get a good shot off. You're up by 3 here. You're winning. You don't want to force anything.
I expect a high screen and roll with Gunn. Looking for Simmons to go to the rim, but he'll kick it out.
Simmons, good fake. Over to Bradford. Now McLean in the corner for 3, and it's good! Big time shot by Tyson McLean.
Been the go-to play for the Bears so far. Got to play clean basketball. Now it'll be fouls.
Great defense by McLean, and Brannigan just out of control. And Lenoir-Rhyne can just hold this one out here and end the game. And Brannigan's going to give up the foul.
He's a little upset with himself, too. This is a tough game. Eagles played really hard, but if the Bears are going to shoot like this, I don't know how many teams can really beat them. Going to have to find those numbers on how many threes the Bears have hit in total. Got to be north of 13.
As Simmons able to knock down that first free throw. Strong on the second one. 10 seconds left on the clock, and the Eagles are going to have to work quickly. And that will be the game, folks, as Lenoir-Rhyne wins this one 85-80. What a game, AB. Mason Hawks heating up, Darius Simmons going to work. It's a great team win for Lenoir-Rhyne.
I mean, great game right now for the Bears. Mason Hawks, 25 points. Darius Simmons, 19. Davion Bradford, he had a quiet 10. I didn't even notice that until now. But everywhere else, everybody giving in a little bit. Big shot from Tyson McClain at the end to kind of seal the game away. And if you're the Bears, keep fighting, keep pushing. They won this game, just continuing to play all the way out.
Yeah, this is probably the best effort I've seen from Lenoir-Rhyne all year. This is a solid victory for the team, moving to 3-4 in the SAC conference and 7-5 on the season. Carson Newman will drop to 5-8 and 2-5 in the SAC conference. But what just an overall great game by Lenoir-Rhyne. Mason Hawks, oh my goodness, I don't know if he ate Wheaties this morning or what he ate, but that was one heck of a game by Mason Hawks. I have yet to see shooting with that degree of difficulty. I mean, step back after step back, deep three. I'm talking way past NBA range. Those were 20, 26 footers out there.
And I give Mason Hawks a lot of credit. I think it's pretty easy to call who the most valuable player was today, but there's a lot of underlying efforts from the rest of the team that included into this. Cooper Fowler, his impact on the floor, I mean, his plus-minus has to be crazy because when he was on the court, this was a different team. Zim Fields, he gave this team a nice run. Davion Bradford brought the effort defensively. This team showed up. It might have been Mason Hawks leading the way offensively, but Darius Simmons, he started it out. He got the party going early with his quick 10 points, and then Mason Hawks just consistent throughout. I mean, what a day.
And Mason Hawks, 7 of 8 from 3, 9 of 10 from the field, 25 points, along with Darius Simmons at 20 of himself. He has 2 for 6 for 3 and 7 of 14 from the field. A really quiet night for RJ Gunn, only 8 points, but it didn't matter when other players stepped up big time for Lenoir-Rhyne.
I think the other stat that was major for the Bears was they were able to close the gap when it came to points in the paint. Eagles had 46, Bears had 30. You give yourself a chance, hit a bunch of threes, and win this game, move on in the conference.
Did you see this final stat total? Lenoir-Rhyne 85, Carson Newman 80. Carson Newman was held to 50% shooting from the field, 64% from the line, 29.4 from 3. They had 41 rebounds, 7 offensive rebounds, and 12 turnovers. While Lenoir-Rhyne shot 47% from the field, 50% from the free throw line, 45% from 3. They finished 15 of 33. That's 34 threes in their last 2 games. That's bonkers. 31 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds, and 8 turnovers. What a great back-to-back games for Lenoir-Rhyne. They'll be back here on Saturday when they play Newberry at 4 p.m. Make sure you tune into that. It's another doubleheader. I'm Adekaliane on behalf of my broadcast partner, AB. We wish you a great night, and thanks for watching Bear Sports Network.